Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings, and you are listening to The Score, the Upper Miami Valley's only high school sports show, and we're going to continue on with our Blazin Athletes of the Week show, Chuck Fox, Dave Fisher, and we are now joined with a football player from Tippecanoe High School. He's one of the running backs, Cade Beam. Cade, congratulations on being one of our Blazin Athletes of the Week.
Thank you very much.
I tell you, young man, you had a great season down at Tipp City. Lost a couple that you probably should have won, but you know those things happen. But I mean, you got a good program going down there, and you know what's it like playing for? I'm going to ask you right off the go. What's it like playing for Matt Burbacher?
It's great. You know, it makes every day coming to practice fun, and never a dull moment. It just makes it exciting.
Never a dull.
That's an understatement, isn't it? Well, you had a fantastic senior season. I'm sure that you're kind of upset now that it's done. But, I mean, you know, it's kind of a rebuilding year for Tipp City. But you as a senior, how did you evaluate your season, and how did you feel about your own performance this year?
Yeah, I think we're in a good position. You know, there are a lot of close games that, you know, if we would have played to our potential, we could have won, and the end of our season could have gone a lot differently. So I think that puts us in a good position for next year, and I think it laid a nice foundation for years to come. So in that regard, I think it was a success. And as far as individually, you know, I just had a great time. You know, this is a great group of guys. I love the coaching staff. Having Coach Burbacher back is amazing, and it was a good way. It was a good way to go out.
You know, we saw you, pretty much all the years that you were playing when we played against you. You know, when we did the Troy Tip game, and we were always impressed with your, your determination and how hard you ran. And you just never want to go down, do you?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I pride myself on. Just making the other team do everything they can to bring me down, and never be an easy tackle is kind of my mentality when it comes to running the football.
Well, I know Coach has said you've got a motor that just keeps running out there, and it's and you do it on defense too.
Yeah, I think playing both sides of the ball, it kind of requires you to have that motor, and the conditioning throughout the year. You know, you kind of start to get used to it, and when the team needs you, it makes it really easy to go out there and do it.
Well, I mean, you had a spectacular last game. I mean, you run for 264 yards. You have a 95-yard run for touchdown. You have 3 touchdowns on the game. How was that, and to finish out your senior year and your last year with a game like that?
It was amazing. You know, because our season record-wise wasn't exactly what I wanted or what we wanted as a program, but you know, to go out like that against our rival and have a game like that, it was a great way to go out.
Well, and it's kind of fun. I mean, you say, you know, and I know Tipp and Vandalia are rivals, but with the new league, it's pretty much you've got rivals every week. I mean,
exactly.
You know, it's building. It might not be the central rival, but you and Troy, when you play each other, it's a battle.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are up for that game every year.
Yeah. There's definitely a different kind of energy in that Tipp-Troy game this year. You know, just it was super competitive, and obviously with the changes in coaching staff, that added another fire to the rivalry. And I think and that one will be one that stays for years to come.
I'm kind of glad, because it's always fun, and we know it builds that for all the teams, but I think this league has just been perfect for everybody, and not only in football, but I know you also play baseball, and it's added to that one too.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you know, it'll be a competitive league, you know, as it was when we were in the GWalk. You know, just still playing similar teams. All those rivalries are still there. Been playing those teams for the last 3 years, so it'll be just as competitive as ever, and it'll be exciting.
Well, I know, we know how you run the football. There's no doubt about it. When you get a hold of the football and you hit that line, you're looking to run over somebody or just, go straight forward, north and south. But on the defensive side of the ball, you had 28 solo tackles as an inside linebacker. So, how does your mindset change going from offense to defense?
Well, I think I approach a defense a lot differently than I do offense. On offense, it's easy for me because I can just get it and go out there and, straight line, and everybody else is trying to catch up with me.
Right.
On defense, you kind of got to sit back and read everything, and that's a little bit, that doesn't come quite as naturally to me, but, just the experience playing that position. This was the first year I'd played linebacker. So once you can kind of channel the aggressiveness on offense to an extent.
Right.
And I think it's different, but I like playing both sides.
Well,
of the ball.
like I said, you had 28 solo tackles and 30 assists, total of 58. You even had a sack and a half. So it means you were after some folks on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I think it just kind of goes with when my number's called, I was just doing whatever it took to go out there and make plays. And I think the sacks came from position change towards the end of the year. That was kind of, once again, just we were running low on players, and I went to a defensive end for a while in those last 2 games, and those are where my sacks came from. So just kind of going wherever they need me.
Well, I was going to say, what's more fun, hitting someone or running the ball, but when you run the ball, you almost look for contact.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't shy away from it, so it's got to be fun doing it that way too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely say it's more fun to hit people running the ball because, I just feel like you're more in control, and there's not really, you don't have to. It's just you go as hard as you can and you make them tackle you, and no matter what, you can fall forward and get a few extra yards. Whereas on defense, you got to make sure you secure it, and you got to kind of play, on your heels to an extent, so they don't break the tackle. Whereas when you're on offense, it's just downhill. You can go straight at them.
Well, moving forward, you still got baseball left. You still got a lot of your senior year left. But as when you graduate, what do you plan on doing after high school?
Well, I'm not really sure yet. I think I plan to go to college. I don't know if sports are going to be a part of that or not.
Right.
But I definitely want to go to college and get the best education that I can. And where that is, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm sure I'll find out soon.
You really, it's one of those, as you move through your senior years, you're going to be able to, have to make that decision eventually.
Yeah.
But when you do go off to school, higher education, what do you plan on studying?
Most likely finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking at the business world and doing something along those lines.
Yeah, it's what my dad does, so that's kind of. He's kind of been a role model for me, and, I'd kind of like to follow in his footsteps.
That's awesome. Well, and it's a good field, and I'm sure whatever you do, you'll be successful in it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, congratulations, young man, on being our Blazin Athlete of the Week, one of them here in this season. And we have enjoyed watching you play high school football, and we always know that you're bringing your A game when you show up to the field, not only in football but also baseball.
Thank you very much.
All right, Cade Beam, our Blazin Athlete of the Week. Give him a big round of applause for Cade. And we're going to take a quick break and come back with more of our Blazin Athletes show right after this here on TCR Sports.